Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now, if this is your first time watching my video, remember subscribe to my channel. Now, as of now, that if you happen to have a line with a gradient m, say m1, and there's another line tangent to it called m tangent. So you know that m1 times m tangent, the result will always be -1. And you can easily find out the equation for this m tangent if you know this point P, which is given to be x1, y1. You can recall the formula and you can easily find out the equation. It should be y minus y1 equals to m tangent x subtract x1. Right now, this is the formula that you should know by now. But how about now? You were given a circle, and this circle, you know the center to be C, center, is h, k. This is a coordinate given that you know. The center, you have this coordinate. And there's a line tangent to this circle. And let's say this point P, given to be P, it's x1, y1. You know these two coordinates. Now the radius r, it's the green line r. What I'm about to show you is that if you can easily find out the equation of this tangent by using the previous method. But now, what I'm going to show you is that you do not need to use that equation by simply knowing the two coordinates and the radius. You can immediately find out this m tangent line. Circle tangent line can be easy to find out. Okay, now if you actually draw a perpendicular line, there's a Pythagoras theorem where the height and the width can be easily find out if you know the two coordinates. So I'm going to prove it to you that this equation equals to r squared. Okay, why? And this video will address and explain it to you why this equation works. Okay, first, my m radius, it's y2 minus y1, so it's y1 minus k over x1 minus h. This is my radius gradient. I mean, it's no-brainer. Now, if you have no idea why, then probably you need to watch another video to explain that. So if my m tangent, therefore my m tangent will be negative 1 over m radius. Okay, so I just swap the denominator to numerator. Simply because m1 times m2, it's always -1. Okay, so equation of the tangent circle at point P given to be x1, y1 given, right? So how am I going to prove that it is the same? I mean, it's even easier with this method. So if I were to apply the formula y minus y1 equals to the gradient, this case is -1 over m x minus x1. It is actually a gradient equation. So from there, I bring the numerator up. So y minus y1 times y1 minus k is equal to -x1 minus h times x minus x1. So the main idea is to find out the equation of the tangent line on a circle tangent. So let me prove it to you by the matter of algorithm. I mean this algebra. I rewrite this equation. I bring all the term on the right side over the left. I equate to 0. And then what happened? I try to compare this result with my earlier results. Why? How is it possible? How am I going to make it to be the same as the one here? There's a h, negative h term here. How am I going to make it to be the same, right? So the only thing difference is the negative h. Okay, so there's no negative h here, there's x1. So what I can do is actually I add a term and I subtract a term. I can instead, I make the term on the left plus k minus k, I make it to the same as the number on the right hand side, y1 minus k. This is the number that I will know because it's given. y1 minus k is given in the question. I know the point and I know the center, isn't it? So I plus k, I subtract k, I group it into one group, I expand it, or I factorize it. Okay, I factorize the like terms. So this is y minus k times y1 minus k, and then it's negative y1 plus k times y1 minus k. Okay, so here there's a problem. No, I think this is incorrect. So it's supposed to be negative k. Yes, this term has to be negative k. Now here comes to the other side, plus this is x1 minus h. I'm going to make it to be the same. So I'm going to group this term, this one with here, right? x1 minus h here. So what I'm going to do is x1 minus h, I factorize negative, okay, x1 minus h. So they're actually the same like terms now. And then I have another one, another group, minus h, and then I'm left with x subtract h equals to 0, right? So probably you need to pause this video and try to do it on a piece of paper and you will see the logic. At least I'll give you a full guidance now to find out equation of the line or circle tangent. I'm trying to prove it to you. Okay, so now this is actually a square. It's the same like terms. It's a square now. Subtract, because it's negative sign, it's also a square, plus, and then x1 minus h, x subtract h equals 0. So do you see now? x1 and h is a coordinate given in the question. I know these 2 points. This is actually, you look at the Pythagoras theorem, this is actually the radius. Right? It's actually a radius, isn't it? So therefore, I bring it over the other side. I rewrite this equation. y1 is given, k is also given, plus x1 is given, h is given. Okay? It's actually equals to y1 subtract k squared subtract plus x1 subtract h squared, which is actually the height and width of that right angle triangle, which is actually r squared. See, I've proven to you that if I know the 2 points, I can easily find out the circle tangent without using the geometry method. Probably this is one of the shortcuts. I hope you find this video useful, and remember, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, because there are lots of useful video for you, especially for you, for those who are sitting for an exam. That's all from me. Remember, your thumbs up. Until then, see you in my next video. Thank you and goodbye.